Holy Frankenstein! It's alive!
Yes.
Hello everyone, it's been a while, but life happened. But thanks for all the encouragement in the comments. I'm continuing to make videos. I feel like I owe you guys an update. Got the car running over the Thanksgiving holiday. I didn't end up filming the wiring or building the exhaust. It's kind of pressed on time. I've been DDing my speed triple, and it's starting to get cold and wet here in Augusta. So I really needed to get this car done and back on the road. But I'll do a follow-on video that goes over everything I did, as well as impressions of the swap and some of the shortfalls. I hope you enjoy this video, and please leave a comment. I enjoy reading them, and it definitely gives me some encouragement to keep doing this. Thank you.
Remove the balance shafts from the motor. Here's the cover. Had to drill out these holes to make sure oil drains from it because it's sitting at the bottom. And this is the oil feed where I tapped a ball bearing to cover that. I got an XTD flywheel and clutch combo off of eBay. I've had pretty good experience with these in the past on a 240SX. And the price to weight difference was pretty substantial over a more expensive combination. So for me, I mean, this seemed like a good choice. Alright, so here I'm putting the transmission, main transmission to the motor. As you can tell, I completely did this swap by myself. So it's pretty easy for anyone to do. You just gotta be smart about it. I did have a buddy that offered to help me out, but I never took him up on the offer. Mostly because I was working on this mostly on nights and some weekends. Doesn't really show up on video, but here I am turning the motor over after I mated the transmission to it to make sure I did everything correctly. Right, this is the first time I was really able to test to make sure it spins. So now on to chassis prep. I had to flip these bolts for the hard dog roll bar to give some extra clearance for the motor, and cut off the stud on the firewall. Firewall also needs some massaging to make sure everything fits. In hindsight, or if I ever get the motor back out, I'll probably try to get a little bit more room here. In the end, you can see my motor fits a little tight in this area, or at least tighter than I would like. Just installing supply clutch line here from Frankenstein Motor Works. Pretty simple job, pretty straightforward. This kit's pretty good. Made this swap extremely easy. Just installing the ECU here, which I believe you might be able to see in the video. I think it came off of a TC, which is kind of cool because we're putting a TC motor in here. replacing the bushings or collars, not sure what you call these, on the shift linkages. Wasn't sure how to do this at first, but once I took a look, it was pretty straightforward. This is also something you can do on your non-swapped 1ZZ engine. I mean, everything from the shift mechanism pretty much stays stock. Or I should say you use your stock lines and shifter in the cabin. Pretty much it for chassis prep. So let's get this motor into the car. I had to flip it around. At first I had it facing the same way as the 1ZZ with the intake facing the firewall, but this motor has to go with the exhaust side facing the firewall. And in hindsight, I wish I would have used some kind of heat wrap or heat shielding on the header, because the firewall does get pretty hot now. So I think doing this by myself took about an hour, maybe a little less, to get this motor in and mounted. Mark's kit, again, really good. Everything lined up perfectly. I think without it, right, this swap would have been a lot harder. But with it, right, this pretty much, you know, was a bolt-in affair. Can't imagine the 2ZZ being much easier than this swap. So here it is, motor in, mount it, hanging on all the motor mounts. You can tell, right, the clearance is a bit tight. In hindsight, I think I would remove the plastic cable guides. It ended up kind of failing on me with the cables going in the wrong place, which created this this tight situation. I was able to remove the rear motor mount and slide the wire harness back over to get the proper amount of room. But it's still a tight fit. So if I ever take the motor out again, I'll probably try to hammer that in a bit more. So here's first start, and it started right up. There's open header, no two sensors, no cooling, and it fired right up and runs. Tune has, as you see, pretty good, right? Overall, right, I definitely recommend doing this engine swap.